howdy, hey, welcome back to All About That Disney Life. I am Danny B, the girl who is all about that Disney life, and I hope you had a very happy holidays. Without further ado, we now move on to the Princess Diaries, which came out in 2001, so let's get to know this cast. Julie Andrews was Clarice Rinaldi. Anne Hathaway was Mia Thermopolis. Hector Elizondo was Joe. Heather Matarazzo was Lily Moscovitz. Robert Schwartzman was Michael Moscovitz. Mandy Moore was Lana Thompson. Caroline Goodall was Helen Thermopolis. Eric Von Detten was Josh Bryant. Patrick Fluger was Jeremiah Hart. Sean O'Brien was Patrick O'Connell. Sandra Oh was Geraldine Gupta. Kathleen Marshall was Charlotte Cutaway. Mindy Burbano was Anita Harbula. Renee Auberjonas was the voice of Philippe Rinaldi. Gerald Hathaway was Philippe in Pictures and Flashbacks. Larry Miller was Paolo Putanzinska. Patrick Richwood was Mr. Robertson. Mayor Willie Brown was himself. Joel McCary was Prime Minister Motaz. John McGivern was Bruce McIntosh. And Fat Louie was himself. Now we move on to the facts all about the Princess Diaries. Number 1, the development. This movie is based on a young adult book with the same name by author Meg Cabot. Cabot's agent believed that the first Princess Diaries book had strong film potential and persuaded film producer Deborah Martin Chase about making a version of the book into a movie. Chase really enjoyed the book and convinced Disney to make a movie version. Disney chairman Peter Schneider opted the project in an effort to reestablish the Disney brand for live-action family films. Number 2, the script. Chase developed the script with screenwriter Gina Wenkos. Although Cabot didn't write the screenplay herself, she worked closely with Chase to discuss changes deemed necessary to translate the story from book to screen while maintaining the message from the book. Gary Marshall found the story enjoyable for entire families and was particularly drawn towards the idea of a young girl turning into a woman and realizing that she can have a positive effect on the world. Number 3, the changes. The Princess Diaries was optioned to challenge the belief that children were losing interest in live-action movies targeted towards girls, and Gary Marshall was hired specifically to make a G-rated movie edgy and crazy. Some aspects of the script were inspired by Cabot's own childhood, particularly when her mom began dating one of her teachers shortly after her dad's death. Despite being consulted about those specific changes, Cabot preferred to distance herself from the creative process to preserve her own mental health in fear of compromising her vision for future books, insisting that the book and movie exist in separate universes. Although Cabot admitted that Disney consulted her before making changes, she described their conversations as more informative than collaborative. Cabot acknowledged the challenge of adapting a 300-page book into a 90-page screenplay, but was very satisfied with the final results and with Marshall's direction. Number 4, the filming. This movie was filmed on a budget of $26 million. It took place between September and December of 2000, with filming beginning 1 month before Cabot's book was published. It was filmed on Stage 2 at Walt Disney Studios in Burbank, California, the same stage that Mary Poppins was filmed. The movie was shot on several locations throughout California, with Alverno High School being used as Mia's private school, Grove High School. A refurbished fire station named Engine Company Number 43 was used as Mia and Helen's home. Mount St. Mary's College was used as the location for the Genovian consulate. The beach party scenes were filmed in Malibu, and the production designers decorated Malibu's Zuma Beach to resemble San Francisco's Baker Beach. Number 5, filming secrets. To help Anne feel more comfortable on set, many of the props belong to Anne's family. Mia's picture of her late father is a picture of Anne's actual father. Mia's pet cat, Fat Louie, was played by 4 different cats, one of which was owned by Anne. Each cat served a different purpose. One was meant to be carried, another sat still for extended periods of time, a third was used for jumping and stunts, and the final cat, which was Anne's, is featured during the movie's final scene. During the state dinner, when a guest's arm catches fire, the fire was intended to be extinguished once the actor placed his arm in a nearby ice bucket. But when the fire kept going, Anne panicked and doused it with a glass of water, an improvisation that was kept in the movie. Anne tripped and fell while filming a scene in which she is walking atop bleachers during the rain, but she continued to say her lines as though nothing happened. Marshall found that moment funny and decided to keep it in. While filming the final dance sequence, the crew played Madonna's Like a Prayer for the cast to dance to. Multiple takes were required because the cast kept lip syncing its lyrics. The track was dubbed by a different song in the final edit. Number 6, the costumes. Costume designer Gary Jones was drawn to the movie due to the wide range of costumes required for its characters, describing the project as a costume designer's dream come true. Jones worked closely with Julie Andrews while designing Clarice's costumes, drawing inspiration from Chanel, Bill Blass, and Christian Dior. The gown Julie wears to the state dinner is a tribute to her stage role as My Fair Lady's Eliza Doolittle. Jones pictured Mia as a character who was shy about her body at first, opting to dress her in layers consisting of long sleeves and loose-fitting clothes. Anne's Periwinkle's state dinner gown was inspired by a dress worn by Princess Victoria of Sweden, with Jones describing it as a bow to the Renaissance and Romeo and Juliet, accessorizing it with 18-karat diamond ring. Anne donned false eyebrows and a wig to make her character's makeover more dramatic. Anne's hairpiece was nicknamed the Beast, while her eyebrows required 1 hour to apply. Each strand of hair was glued to her brow individually. Now that's commitment. Number 7, the release. This movie premiered on July 29, 2001 at the EI Capitan Theater. A princess-themed tea party was hosted following the screening with the cast, production team, Disney executives, and other actors and actresses. Additionally, the tea party featured appearances by actors portraying well-known Disney princesses, including Snow White, Cinderella, Aurora, and Belle. Number 8, awards and nominations. At the Young Artists Awards, this movie won for Best Family Feature Film for a Comedy. At the ASCAP Awards, this movie won for Top Box Office Film. At the ALMA Awards, Miracles Happen was nominated for Outstanding Song in a Motion Picture Soundtrack, but it lost to Moulin Rouge. At the Artios Awards, this movie was nominated for Feature Film Casting for Comedy, but it lost to Moulin Rouge. At the Broadcast Film Critics Association Awards, this movie was nominated for Best Family Film for Live Action, but it lost to Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. At the Golden Trailer Awards, this movie was nominated for Best Animation for Family Films, but it lost to Monsters, Inc. At the Hollywood Makeup Artist and Hairstylist Guild Awards, this movie was nominated for Best Contemporary Makeup for Feature, but it lost to Mulholland Drive. At the MTV Movie Awards, Anne Hathaway was nominated for Breakthrough Female Performance, but she lost to Mandy Moore for A Walk to Remember. At the Teen Choice Awards, Anne Hathaway was nominated for Choice Actress for a Comedy, but she lost to Sarah Michelle Gellar for Scooby-Doo. And this movie was nominated for Choice Movie for Comedy, but it lost to American Pie 2. Number 9, differences between the movie and the book. Mia is 14 in the book and in the 9th grade. She doesn't turn 15 until book 5, Princess in Pink, and doesn't begin 10th grade until book 6, Princess in Training. Neither book was written at the time of the movie's release. The book takes place in New York City, not in San Francisco. In the books, Mia's father is alive but not living with her or her mother. Mia was born out of wedlock in the stories. Mia is heir to the throne in the books because her dad had testicular cancer and couldn't have any more children. Fat Louie is orange in the book, but in the movie, he's black and white. Mia's bodyguard in the book is named Lars van der Houten, not Joe. Lily's public access program is named Lily Tells It Like It Is in the books, not Shut Up and Listen like in the movie. Lana's last name in the books is Weinberger instead of Thomas. Josh's last name in the book is Richard instead of Bryant. Josh and Mia go to a beach party in the movie. In the book, they go to the school's cultural diversity dance. Michael is not in a band in the first book. He eventually starts a band in book 4, Princess in Waiting, which wasn't written at the time of the movie's release, named Skinner's Box. There are no hints of romance between Clarice and Mia's bodyguard in the books, and Mia does not move to Genovia at the end of the book. And there you have it, all the facts to The Princess Diaries. If you like this video, please hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. And I hope you have a zippity-doo-dah day. Goodbye.